What's love got to do? Got to do with it. Hey. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Mia Yorka here, and we are back with another video. I'm feeling it today, guys. Today's video is going to be about a special topic: the 5 languages of love by Dr. Chapman. And if you never heard about him before, make sure you go ahead and Google it, get the book. It was phenomenal. The book is really good, guys. Check it out. But before anything, we get into this juicy topic. If this is your first time on my channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Click on the notification bell for future videos, and like and share. Check out my previous video. Whew, that was a mouthful. If you're already a member of mine, thank you so much for watching. I love you dearly, and let's go ahead and get straight to the video, guys. Love languages are giving gifts, quality time, word of affirmation, physical touch, and act of service. All right, those are the 5 love languages. So now, by me just like telling you what they are, automatically some of us might already know this is the one that if my partner or if my friend, like express to me, I'll be happy. Or if the same thing, you might be with somebody and you might know exactly, oh, so and so, love language might be quality time because he loved when I spent time with him, kind of stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and go through them one by one and dive more into the topic. All right, love language number 1 will be quality time. Quality time means spending time with your loved one, giving them your undivided attention, not being with them but yet you are watching your favorite game on TV or you are on Instagram. This is not quality time, especially now we are in the era of technology. So this is one thing that most of us are lacking, especially in relationships and friendships, is the quality time. Quality time means make sure you are getting to know each other, make sure you are observing each other, knowing what each other love languages basically are, and basically give it to that person. Okay, so if you are married, for example, make sure you have that moment, that one time or twice in a month where you guys are spending time with each other and getting to know one another on a greater level, right? So quality time, if this is your preferred love language, make sure you communicate that to your friends, to your loved ones, and tell them, hey, this is what matters to me. I love when I spend time with you. I love when we sit down and just talk about nothing really, but as long as you are paying attention to each other, you are going out and do things that each other loves, commitments. A relationship or a situationship is about having a commitment. So make sure you communicate it to that person, and if you do know this is what their preferred love language is, make sure you provide that to them. That way your relationship, your friendship can be stronger. The second love language is word of affirmation. Word of affirmation is basically empowering, your loved one or your partner or your friend, letting them know, boost their ego, make them know that they're important. Most of the time people tend to look at the negative side, in a relationship, in a friendship, in a situationship, but they never really stop and pay attention to the good quality that somebody has. So if word of affirmation is something that you enjoy, something that you love, make sure you communicate it to your friend, to your loved one, and let them know. That way they can know what's your love languages. Some people are very observant. They can see it, and they will initiate it right away. But it might take some other people longer to see, that word of affirmation is what, makes you happy in the relationship. So make sure you are communicating your love language if you know what they are. And also, if you do know what somebody else's love language is, make sure you are showing love and, honor and show them that you do care by, honor their love language. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, so make sure you are boosting your ego. If you're in a relationship, make sure you are telling your boo, your husband, hey babe, you feel safe around them. Tell them things that that will boost their ego and that will make them love you more. Sometimes it's not just about yourself when you're in a relationship, but it's also thinking about the other person and how to make that person happy, because on the other hand, they are trying to make you happy. All right. Love language number 3 is giving gifts. Now, I'm not talking about, you going out and buying a mansion. I'm not talking about you going out and buy like a car and a boat. It's nothing like that. If you read the book, Dr. Chapman talk about giving meaningful gifts, meaning he had given an example about like a couple that met for the first time. They went to a baseball game, and as a gift, the guy ended up cutting the ball. He encased the ball in a glass box really nicely, and he inscripted the date that, like him and the girl first met. And until years later, the lady still had, that gift that was a meaningful gift to her. So learn to know what is your partner, like gift giving or gift receiving. That way you can honor it. For example, for me, it's flowers. I love flowers. My room always have flowers. And one thing I love about my boyfriend is that I don't have to ask him about, like flowers. He automatically see that if he comes to my house and he see that my flower is, is dying, he just went out and he bring me new flowers, so that makes me happy. For somebody else, it can be like their favorite wine or anything. And sometimes it doesn't have to be something that you have to purchase. It can be any, if you're very artistic and you can create something, you can draw or whatever, it's gift giving. Okay, now I know that love language can sometimes be very hard because some people don't know when somebody's taking advantage of them and they asking them for different things. You will know, okay, you can differentiate a gold digger from someone who actually wants to receive a gift, and that gift basically make them happy. That person doesn't have to ask you for anything. You feel like, okay, this is what they like, I'm just gonna give it to them because this is what makes them happy. Okay, there is a big difference. Some people really cannot differentiate a gold digger from somebody who is very sincere and loving. And if you're very stingy and you with someone, giving is their preferred love language, then it's either you just need to step up and make them happy or just leave the relationship. Gosh, there can be people out there that want to make them happy, and because you are just there and you're not willing to commit, okay, and you're not willing to give it to them because you're stingy and you're holding their happiness. Stop being stingy. Okay, all right. Love language number 4 is act of service. Now, after we read the book and my boyfriend and I had like a long conversation, and I find out that his favorite love language was act of service. Okay, in the book, Dr. Chapman basically talk about act of service in a way where you don't have to wait for someone to ask you to do something. For example, as a boyfriend, like you walk in the house and your girlfriend is always cleaning, cooking, and you see dishes in the sink, you just go ahead and wash it without her asking you to, or you just take the garbage out. She don't have to ask you to. The same thing with a girl, or a wife, your husband, Sunday is his game day or something, you make sure you cook something for him and his friends that are coming over. Those are acts of service, is to do something for somebody without expecting anything in return. Not only you're not expecting anything in return, but you feel good about it because that's what makes your friend or your partner feels good. So you want to continue to do those things because that's what makes them happy. Act of service, it can also be like, you know, like you are driving on the street and you see a beggar or somebody and you have money in your pocket. Don't assume that, oh my God, you know, like if I give it to him, he's gonna buy, you know, like cigarette or something. That's not your business. Sometimes they are really hungry, so you just go ahead and give them the money because you have it and you can help. So acts of service is basically doing something for someone without, you know, like expecting nothing in return. You just do it because you love the person, because this is the right thing to do. Okay, this is act of service. And if act of service is one of your language, is your preferred, communicate it to your. Finally, love language number 5 is physical touch. And that's one of my favorites. I have multiple, but physical touch. Have you ever lay down with somebody and they all touchy on you and stuff like that? Yeah, so that person love language might be physical touch. And if when you're laying down with them and you are touching them and you are cuddling with them, then you are satisfying that need. If this is your preference, make sure you communicate it to your partner, because the reason why I'm saying that, not everybody, or you might be in a relationship with someone and they are not very cuddly, and it's not their fault. It's because first of all, they don't like it. That's one. And secondly, they don't know that's your love language. So why would they go ahead and cuddle with you if they don't know if that's your love language? If that's what your love language is, let them know. Express yourself, you know, show your love. Okay, and I guess, you know, sex falls in that category as well. Hey, it's physical. It's physical touch. And really, in reality, every human needs some kind of physical touch. Even at the hospital, when somebody is sick, they always, you know, encourage that, you know, you sit next to them if it's your family member, and you know, something like a simple touch is very therapeutic, you know, like, so it's a human connection. It's a powerful thing. So if someone that you find out that's your partner or your friend, that's their love language, I'm not saying go have sex with your friend, but make sure, you know, like you know, like, all I'm trying to say is make sure you express it to them. That way they know that you care. Okay, and if you're that kind of person that don't like cuddling and your partner or enjoy cuddling, then you're gonna have to, you know, put your differences aside, and at least, I'm not saying always cuddle, but once in a blue moon, throw some cuddling in it, and you know, he or she will be happy. Does that make sense? Okay, guys, so this is all. That was the 5 languages of love. Comment below, you know, let me know what your language of love is, or what are your love languages. I have multiple. Okay, so let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. Start a conversation in the comment below. Start a conversation with your loved ones, your boyfriend, your kids, you know, your friend. Start a conversation and find out truly what is, you know, that person love language, and see if it's something that you can provide, you know. So after reading the book, to tell the truth, it has been working really great for myself and my boyfriend. Now that I know his love language, he knows my love language. He's more observant than I am, but I am trying to, you know, use that in my relationship and to try to, you know, to make it work. And some people are having issues in their relationship is simply because they do not know what their partner wants. And communication, guys, is the key in a relationship. take one time out in the month, one day out of the month, and talk with each other and find out how you can better your relationship. All right, so thank you so much for watching. Thank you for, you know, like watching my content. Share it with your friends, you know, like find out if you don't know or you've never heard of that, you know, the 5 languages of love. Find out, Google it, you know, and find out what yours is, and make sure you know. So if you're single and you are going in a relationship, you know, you can let your partner know, hey, this is what my love language is. Okay, I'm not saying the 5 love languages is gonna make your relationship perfect, but that's one part, you know, of the relationship. That's one, you know, like that's probably like 10%, you know, of something in the relationship that you can work on, that can make you or help you get your relationship or your friendship better day by day. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys.